This draft could be the moment that either saves the franchise or costs it everything for years to come. The name at the very center of this high-stakes gamble is Jeremiah Love. If the front office pulls the trigger on this massive trade, it changes the entire landscape of our offense instantly. We are looking at a situation where the team might sacrifice its future stability for one shot at greatness. The risk is immense, but the reward could be our next championship ring. This is the kind of move that keeps general managers awake at night wondering if it is worth it. Jeremiah Love is the explosive playmaker that could transform the Rams back into a dominant force. Right now, the team is sitting at the 13th pick in the upcoming draft. But there is a growing belief among insiders that the 13th spot just is not good enough. This year is considered a bit weaker in overall talent, which means the real stars are going to be gone very early. If we want a player who can truly change a game, we have to move into the top 5. That is where the name of this young running back comes in. He is not just another player. He is considered a blue-chip prospect. That means he is one of the very best available at any position. The coaching staff is looking at him and seeing memories of what they once had during their most successful years. To get him, the team would have to give up a lot of draft picks. We are talking about our first-round pick this year, plus our second and third-round picks. On top of that, they would likely have to give away a first-round pick in the future. It is a very steep price to pay for a running back. If this really happens, everything changes for you. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next update. This is the kind of aggressive move that has become a trademark of this organization. They are not interested in slowly building through the draft. They want to win right now while the window is still open. Some people might say that trading so many picks for a running back is a mistake. They say the position is not valuable enough to warrant that kind of investment. But this player is different because of how he catches the ball and how fast he is on the field. He is the kind of athlete that makes every other player on the offense better. When you have a threat like that, the defense has to focus on him, which opens up everything else. The Rams have always been a team that looks for these game-changing talents regardless of the cost. They are looking at the current roster and realizing that one more elite weapon could be the difference between a playoff exit and a trophy. It is a simple equation for them. If they believe a player is a superstar, they will do whatever it takes to bring him to Los Angeles. We have seen flashes of greatness in our rushing attack recently, but this potential new addition brings something entirely different to the table. We are talking about a rare combination of speed and power that we have not seen in this jersey for a long time. The front office is sweating right now because they know the clock is ticking on Matthew Stafford. Our veteran quarterback is still playing at a very high level, but he needs more support to stay healthy and productive. If we can land a truly elite running back, it takes the massive burden off his shoulders. Think back to the days when this offense was at its absolute peak. It was not just about the passing game. It was about having a terrifying threat in the backfield that could score from anywhere on the field. This young prospect has that exact same explosive quality. He can run past defenders or catch a short pass and turn it into a long touchdown. Right now, there is a gap between what our offense is doing and what it could become with a superstar talent. The coaches are looking at the film and seeing how a player like this would fit perfectly into the system. They want someone who can protect the quarterback on one play and then break a 60-yard run on the next. Matthew Stafford would benefit more than anyone from this move. It would allow him to manage the game more effectively without having to force dangerous throws into tight windows. When the defense is terrified of the run, the passing lanes become much wider. We have seen what happens when this team does not have a dynamic ground game. The pressure mounts on the veteran under center, and the offense becomes predictable. That is why the frustration is building behind the scenes. They know they have a legendary quarterback who is nearing the end of his career. They want to give him every possible tool to win one more championship before he hangs up his cleats. This is not just about finding a good player. It is about finding a specific type of star who can carry the load. The tension comes from knowing that if they miss out on this talent, they might be wasting the final years of a Hall of Fame career. It is a high-pressure situation for everyone involved in the decision-making process. This move matters because it could be the difference between winning a championship and having a mediocre season. In the simplest terms, adding a star like this helps the team win more games immediately. We are in a window where every single game counts, and we cannot afford to wait for young players to slowly develop over several years. We need someone who can step onto the grass on day one and make an impact. If the team makes this trade, it shows they are fully committed to winning right now. It sends a message to the rest of the league that we are not afraid to take big risks for big rewards. On the other hand, if they stay where they are and draft a safe player, they might miss out on that special spark. A safe pick might help the team in the long run, but it might not help them win a trophy this year. The impact on the field would be clear from the very first game. A dynamic running back makes the entire offensive line look better because the defense cannot just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. It forces the opposing team to play honestly and respect the run. This leads to more points and fewer turnovers. When we score more points, our defense feels less pressure and can play more aggressively. It is a chain reaction that starts with one elite talent. We have seen other teams use this strategy to great success. They find that one piece that was missing and suddenly everything clicks into place. For the Rams, that piece is a versatile back who can do everything. If we do not make this move, we risk being just an average team in a very tough division. We might win some games, but we probably would not have enough firepower to beat the best teams in the playoffs. That is the real risk of doing nothing. The season could end in disappointment simply because we did not have that one extra playmaker who could create a big play when the game was on the line. This is why the fans should be paying close attention to these draft rumors. The future of the next few seasons is being decided right now by how aggressive the team chooses to be in the draft room. Let us look at how this could play out. In the best-case scenario, the trade works perfectly. We move up and grab the superstar we want. He comes in and immediately becomes the focal point of the offense. He scores dozens of touchdowns and helps the team reach another Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford stays healthy because he is not getting hit as much. Fans are happy, and the expensive draft picks seem like a small price to pay for a trophy. It would be a dream come true for the entire city. But there is a dark side to this gamble as well. In the worst-case scenario, we give up all those picks and the player gets hurt or does not adjust to the professional level. If that happens, we are left with no young talent and no high draft picks for the next few years. The team could fall into a long period of losing because we have no way to improve the roster. That is the nightmare that keeps fans worried. If it fails, the front office will be criticized for years to come. They would be accused of being too reckless with the future of the franchise. It is a massive contrast between total victory and total failure. There is no middle ground when you make a move this big. You are either a genius who won a title or a failure who ruined the team. This creates an incredible amount of tension for everyone watching. Every play the new player makes would be under a microscope. If he misses a block or fumbles the ball, people will immediately point to the cost of the trade. If he breaks a long run, everyone will celebrate the aggression of the team. It is a high-wire act without a safety net. The pressure would be on the player, the coaches, and the management from day one. We have to ask ourselves if the potential reward is worth that kind of extreme risk. Some people believe you have to be bold to win in this league. Others think you should be careful and protect your future assets. The Rams have clearly chosen to be bold in the past, and it has worked out for them before. But every new draft is a new roll of the dice. One bad decision could change the direction of the team for a decade. To summarize, the Rams are looking at a massive trade-up for a player who could define the next era of the franchise. It would cost a fortune in draft picks, but it would give the offense a weapon they have not had in years. The main goal is to win one more championship while the veteran core is still together. It is a classic all-in move that only a few teams are brave enough to try. Be honest with yourself as a fan. Would you trust the team to give up its entire future for one-star running back? It is a question that divides every locker room and every fan base in the country. If you want to stay on top of every development in this developing story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. We will be here to cover every move the Rams make. This isn't just a move for today. It's a decision that will define this team for years.